Hey you guys, Donna here. Thanks for hopping back on to my channel, seeing what else I'm up to. So today we are swapping out zipper on these trousers. I had someone ask me to swap it out because it's just not working. I tried to replace the pull on it, but I couldn't find a pull with a smaller teeth size. So I ended up going with a zipper that had a little bit of a bigger teeth size, but it still blended really well with these trousers. So I started by going in and carefully removing the old zipper. You can use a seam ripper. I couldn't find mine, so I just took a blade and just kind of went in to remove the old one. And essentially the old zipper was about 4 inches and the new one is 7 inches. So I was able to cut the new one down to the same size as the old one, and then sew a stopper onto the very end. So you definitely want to sew the stopper so that way the zipper doesn't fall straight off the track, because there's nothing there blocking its movement, you know. So essentially I removed the old zipper, and then I used those little clothing bobby pin situation that they put on mannequins. I don't know the word right now. And then I tacked on where the new zipper will go based on the old zipper, so that way we have a template of where it would go. So as you can see in the video, what I wish I would have done differently was have a color that matched the zipper exactly, like a dark brown or like a dark green. I thought I had black, but this black was not the way it came out in real life. But the person was very happy with it just because it was a functional zipper now. And then I would say one important thing to do when you're sewing and replacing things with the seam or anything like that, you want to sew on the same exact kind of line of where the previous hem was, or the previous sewing pattern was, so that way you're not having so that way you have just like cleaner lines, you know. So like for the waistband length of where the zipper was, there was two layers of stitching being created. There was a higher stitching and then there was a lower stitching, so I was able to create sew some tracks on the higher and the lower stitching, and it's just, I realized it was important to make sure the stitching was the same on both. So it was just a simple stitch. We didn't do a zigzag or anything weird or different, which made it kind of nice. So I'm always glad to be able to use my sewing machine for other little projects. So this is what it ended up turning out like. Let me know if you guys have any questions. This is my first time doing this. I think it came out pretty good for my first time. As I said, I just wish I would have changed the color. For me, it just kind of stuck out the most, and I was just about to rip it off and just rip the collar out, but they're like, no, I just want to wear it. So I turned it inside out because it made it easier to place the old zipper right where it needed to be. So you can see how I'm just kind of lining that up to where it was before and popping in those pins to secure it, so I know exactly where it went. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Maybe you'll see me do other projects like pillowcases and slip covers or something like that. I know I did a reupholstered chair once. I might do something like that. I kind of like doing little hands-on projects that is less people focused. So tailoring is a little bit different, where it's a lot I would say adjusting things to people's body. So this is kind of nice. So I'm just fixing something, not really adjusting it. So let me know if you have any questions and any tips for next time. I appreciate it. Talk to you soon. Bye.